back to my channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make some Rice Krispies, and I'm going to do a very easy and simple recipe. So before I go on in a rant, let's just get straight into it. Okay, the first thing you're going to need is a pot. Next thing you're going to need is unsalted butter, and you're going to need about 3 teaspoons of this unsalted butter. Some marshmallows. I like to use the mini ones, but you can also use the regular size ones. And I think for the regular size ones, you can use the whole bag. For this, we're gonna get about 3 cups. Next, you're gonna want your Rice Krispies, or you can also use the cereal of your choice. You don't necessarily have to use Rice Krispies, but if you want the original recipe, then yeah, Rice Krispies. If not, you can use Fruit Loops. You can also use Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, up to you. Whichever cereal you want to use, you can use. Okay, so once you get your bowl or your pot heated, you're gonna want to put in your 3 teaspoons of butter inside, and you're just gonna keep stirring. Don't let your butter burn, and you're just gonna continue stirring until your butter is completely melted. Once it is completely melted, we will put in the marshmallows. So if your butter is like mine, which I hope it is, and if you get this brand of butter, it will be. So if you grab this brand of butter, I'm sure other butters have it too, but if you grab this butter, it for sure, because I have it, will tell you the amount of butter. So this is tablespoons. I don't know, my camera is not focusing. Well, this is tablespoons. Ew, ignore my nails. This is tablespoons. So this is 1, 2, 3, all the way to 8. So we need 3. So 1, 2, 3. This is where I'm gonna cut, and I'm just gonna put that whole chunk in, and the rest I'm just gonna put in the refrigerator to use for later. So there you go. I cut straight down, and I'm just gonna tear that up and put this in it, and then this in the refrigerator to save for later. So we're just gonna pop this butter right in, and while this butter is melting, keep an eye on it and stir. See, if it's sizzling, that's a little too hot, so lower it. You just wanna give it a good stir. Make sure you don't burn your butter. You don't wanna burn your butter because you're gonna have to start all over again. So make sure that it gets melted nicely. And once you get that temperature to cool down, and you know for like a fact that your butter is not going to burn, and you know that you get it cooled down because it's no longer bubbling. Once you get that temperature to drop, you're going to want to get your pan that you're going to use to put your Rice Krispies in ready. And the way you're going to do that is with parchment paper. So you're going to need some parchment paper. Once your butter is all melted, you're just going to want to add 4 cups of your mini marshmallows, or the whole bag of your regular size marshmallows into your butter mix. So you're just going to want to stir it in there really quick because you don't want your butter to melt. So here we go. So here's 1 bag, or not 1 bag, but 2 cups. That was 2 cups. And then here goes 4 cups. So see, you still have a little bit of marshmallows left for you to eat. So you're just gonna keep on stirring this until it's melted. And trust me, it's gonna look weird at first. It's gonna look like that. And you're gonna be like, this is never gonna melt. Trust that it will melt, okay? Even though it looks funky right now. So let's keep on stirring this because we don't want this to burn. And we want the butter all over our marshmallows. Keep on mixing it. I promise you, it will melt. So this is what it's looking like so far. I promise you, it'll melt. And then once you don't see like any lumps anymore, that's when you're gonna wanna add your 6 cups of Rice Krispies. So this is what it should look like. That should be your consistency. And you're just gonna wanna add the Rice Krispies so it does not, what's the word? Burn. So that's what it should look like, okay guys? So let's add our Rice Krispies. So you're just gonna dump them in there. And you could do it, you can stir, and you can stir and pour at the same time, but I like to just what I like to do is just dump it all in there and then just stir it all together. Don't worry, guys. Just work it in and it'll all come together. So yeah, once all the marshmallows are cooked, you're just gonna wanna take it off the heat and just mix them together, guys. And so you'll start seeing it get thicker. You just wanna work it in there. Make sure you get a big enough one, deep and with all of that good stuff. That good stuff, that was so, oh my God. Now you just grab your parchment paper. So there goes one side. And here goes the other. So now you're just gonna wanna dump it into the pot or the pan. You see how that's going, guys? Okay, so now you're just gonna wanna smoothen it out. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're not selling this at a store or whatever. But what do you call it? If you do want it like perfect, I suggest you use a rubber spatula or something with rubber and just spray it with Pam, because you see it's just sticking onto my spoon. But for me, this is honestly the best I'm gonna get it. And I'm just gonna leave it like that, and I'm just gonna go lick the spoon. So while I'm licking the spoon, I'm gonna let this cool down, and then I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like. You guys, this is so bomb.